anecdotal, and I think I was telling you the story the other day, but I'll tell it to the gang. So I have a client who's in a workforce housing unit, right? Young guy making under 120% AMI, which is the average median income. For those of you playing the home game, AMI, average median income for workforce housing, you have to make between 80 and 120%. And developers can get a tax abatement for allocating units for that income level. And so 120% AMI is somewhere around like $104,000 a year. It goes up with inflation every year or so. But if you're living in one of these units and say you get a raise and it puts you over that hump, you got to move. You can't just pay more. And so my client calls me. He goes, "Hey man, I'm making a little bit more money now, and they're going to ask me to verify my income. What do I do?" So I call the property management and they say, "Hey, got the situation. Can he just pay more?" And they say, "No, he's going to have to move internally." And then I go, "Well, how much is the market rate rental for that similar unit?" She, bagels on the keyboard. She goes, "It's about 1% less." And I kind of gave her like the audible Scooby face, and I thought I could have sworn that she was going to tell me that the market rate rent is 10, 20%, 25% more than the workforce housing rate. Isn't that the whole point of having the workforce housing? So that indicates to me that there is so much rental inventory hitting the market that these guys are running their models and they have to stay competitive.
And staying competitive means if you go out and you look right now at a corporate landlord's properties, they're offering a free month rent if you're willing to move in. So if you go and you sign a lease, they're going to give you a 13-month lease. So you basically get one free month of rent in order to move in. That's how soft the market is starting to get. Now, why is that important? Because as the rental market comes down and as these REITs and these corporate owners, if they need to generate cash flow, just like a restaurant runs a happy hour in order to keep the lights on to get some money coming, that's going to affect? That's going to affect the individual unit owner and or maybe somebody's got a house and they're looking to rent it out. So as the big guys go sideways or they pull back and they need to cut prices, that is going to trickle all around the South Florida rental market as well as the condo prices. It'll drag them down because a lot of investors will buy based on what kind of rent can they generate.